What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we have a message from our offensive coordinator talking about Richard Sherman and how we want to best stay out of his way. So we have a surprising answer from Ron Rivera here. As you know, we're playing the Niners this week. Of course, we commit to neutralizing him, but it's what Ron says. He says, I'm not interested in running the ball because that's exactly what they want us to do. We want our QB to do things on every play, do two things on every play: find Sherman, throw the ball in the opposite direction. So, pass heavy means a big game for Cam Newton incoming. So, that's what we're going to try to do. Offensive coordinator was questioning it a little bit, but we have our game day goal: pass for 400 plus yards. I don't know if we're going to quite get that, but it's close. So, looking on, we're 6-0. The Falcons are 4-3. Just want to give you a little bit of a overhead thing, like just to show you what all the other teams are doing in this franchise league. The Seahawks are in second place, are tied for the second seed. Of course, the Panthers are the first seed. They're 6-0. On the season. So, and then look at the AFC. Looks like the Colts and the Patriots and the Chargers and the Browns are taking over that conference. So, just a good little insight, just to let you guys know how we compare to the other teams across the league right now. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head into our game against the 49ers. And let me just say, I'm probably going to talk about the game, like the real game that happened this past weekend, and how much of a disaster it was. It reminded me of the Pittsburgh Steelers game, and it was just horrible. But the thing to remember is that at least we didn't have Cam playing in that game. So, and that's not knocking him. I miss my man. I miss the dude so much. I can't wait for him to hit the field. They flexed the Green Bay game, which is not next week, but the week after that. They flexed that to 4:30. So we're going to be playing Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. That might be a target for Cam's return. I'm hoping so. So maybe we can have a better chance to win. But I think Kyle Allen was brought back down to reality in that game. So it would be interesting to see how he responds against the Titans, and if he can still be a game manager and be consistent. So let's go ahead and get to the game. I'll be with you guys the whole way. So as you can see, starting out on the first play with an RPO to Christian McCaffrey, San Francisco's already scored, so we're going to have an answer. Remember, this team is 2-4 or 2-5 or something in this particular franchise, so they're not very good, and they're not undefeated like they are in real life. So, but that doesn't mean we still don't need to bring our A game. 33-yard reception to Jarius Wright, and how about a touchdown to Greg Olsen, man? This man has always been there when we needed him most. He doesn't contribute as much as he did in the past, but he's still chugging, man. Still chugging. Throwing to McCaffrey on the check down. He gets us about a first down. Had to throw on the Niners throwback jerseys because we want to be uniform accurate in this franchise. It's something maybe not a big of a deal to some other guys, some other people that may be watching. Probably don't really care that much, but I kind of care that much. So that's what I'm going to do. Getting on down the field here. Throw to McCaffrey in the flats, puts a move on Richard Sherman, and we get all the way inside the 10-yard line. And that's going to set us up perfectly for a quick strike touchdown to DJ Moore to close out the first quarter. So already 2 touchdown passes for Cam Newton, and I'm not sure how many yards he has, but you guys will probably see it on the screen. He's balling right now. He is balling. We're definitely going pass heavy, sticking to the game plan, throwing to the opposite side of Richard Sherman, and we're obviously having success with that. So, taking off with Cam, scramble for about 8 or 9 yards. You know, it's easy work. Then we're going to throw to Jarius Wright on the bubble screen. Guess it's about, probably hit a juke, probably would have had a touchdown, but I don't think Jarius Wright's juke move is that high. And right here, I got caught up in the pressure. I think that was Teron Armstead. I think that's his name. No, that's an offensive lineman. Let me stop. I think that's an offensive lineman, right? I'm not. Disregard what I said. But anyway, that's the end of the first half. And showing his highlights, showing Cam's highlights from the first half. Obviously doing really good. Thing I want to point out here, Madden has gotten his hair right. They changed his hair. I love it. It sticks up a little too much, but I feel like for the most part it's pretty accurate. So, handing to McCaffrey on the stretch, trying to establish our running game now that we do have a little bit of a lead. That's kind of what I've been doing in these gameplays. But see, I read man blitz, and I didn't know the linebacker would bat it in the air. And then what do you know? Richard Sherman comes down with the interception. And then just look at this right here. The ball hits the ground, man. Like, I know it's Madden. It's a video game, but come on now, like that's an incomplete pass. But you see, Richard Sherman is in the zone. Thankfully, we only allowed a field goal. Throw a bad ball, but held aggressive catch, and Curtis Samuel came down with it. Probably should have been a pick, but anyway, hand it to McCaffrey on the stretch again. Try to spin out the whole defense, but we don't get anywhere. Up 14-10. Hit Jarius Wright on the slant route that takes forever to get open for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. But see here, I made a crucial mistake. See, I saw that green grass ahead of me. I tried to I didn't know the defender would just come in front of me like that. But we do end up giving the ball up, coughing the ball up when I probably should have slid. So yeah, that's just that can be a backbreaker. So thankfully our defense held them to another field goal, so we're now up 14-3 heading into the fourth quarter. 4 minutes left. Gotta put together a strong drive, and Curtis Samuel completes the drive for us, going all the way down. That was quick, man. That's a quick strike, touchdown, second one of the game. 78-yard score by Curtis Samuel. He's breaking out, man. He might be a breakout player in this franchise league. So that's something to be on the lookout for. He's in a nasty juke. So be on the lookout for Curtis Samuel to be a breakout player with the scenario engine, because I think he has 3 catches for 100-some yards, or over 100 yards and a touchdown. So he's been participating. He's been the recipient of all the long bomb touchdowns that we've thrown with Cam Newton so far this season. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up. We end up winning the game. And I'm going to show you guys something at the end. Player of the game, Cam Newton, obviously. 76 completion percentage, and I think 3 passing touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, pretty solid game. Moving on to 7-0, pretty much separating ourselves and solidifying ourselves in this franchise season. So this is going to be a great game to build on. We pretty much had 300 passing yards along with over 100 rushing yards. So one thing I have noticed, though, is that post-game stats in the box don't exactly match what we actually did. So we'll have to check the stats to be sure. But you see Jimmy Garoppolo, he's just frustrated. Something to say about Jimmy Garoppolo. the Niners' main success is that strong running game. They have a three-headed monster at running back. I don't know who the third guy is, but Tevin Coleman and Matt Breida, they're just a bunch of speed demons, man. They could just do whatever they want to in the run game. But you see Curtis Samuel, 3 receptions for 110 yards and a touchdown. And then moving on, upgrading Cam Newton. We're probably going to, you see the different archetypes here. The puzzle piece means it's a scheme, it best fits the scheme match. You know, strong arm upgrade, I think that's what I end up going with. But I think his actual archetype is scrambler. In my opinion, it should be improviser and not scrambler, because he's not like Lamar Jackson rolling out of the pocket every single play anymore. He's a pocket passer with the ability to run and improvise if he needs to. So I feel like he could be I feel like he's more of an improviser. I think the game got it wrong on that, but anyway, we're gonna go develop the strong arm trait. Moves him up to an 85 overall. I think he has +1 to morale. But if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe.